Live from Cleveland, Ohio. It's Auctions Anonymous. Hold on. We're not even live yet.
Cleveland?
I didn't put the sign up. Hold on.
There you go.
Now we're live.
Cleveland, Ohio. Why aren't you guys in Florida? It's Camp Hales time, man.
Yeah.
I did not realize it was Camp Hales. So now I'm going to have to pack up my bags and go.
Every day is Camp Hales when
That's
you're in
true.
Florida.
What's the temperature today in Camp Hales?
I think it was like 93, 94. And then a storm came through this afternoon, and then you walked outside, it was like 25, 30 degrees cooler. It was just crazy.
Wow. Yeah, today, I mean, we're having those Cleveland days, you know, where it's or whatever days you want to call it, but 70s, 80s, and then at nighttime 50s.
Well, Mayor Dan called me yesterday, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I had a hoodie on, all day." I'm like, "Hoodie? Are you kidding?" Like down here in Florida, if you have a hoodie on,
You're sweating.
You dead. You gone.
So, wow, we appreciate everyone joining us. It's been a crazy, crazy week. I was just telling Hales, and Conky just jumped on, and Conky, I saw you Saturday.
Yes.
I bought 1 unit. Since then, I bought additional 6 storage units.
You got a problem, man.
That's why I'm here tonight, to talk to all you guys about my problem of buying and making money.
If you wait, Vanilla Ice may solve it.
Ooh.
Check out the beat while DJ revolve it.
Ice, baby.
Lice.
You okay with that, Rob?
I'm just beatboxing, man, with my boy Jeremy. Everyone. So here's some good news for you.
And his grandpa Conky.
I could use some good news.
September 7th. Lake Self-Storage.
Yes, please.
I think he said right now he has 14 units. I'm not joking. But he said
14.
14. Now, wait. Then I can't remember. I want to say he said 12 or something at Chestnut and 6 in Chardon. And he said he's guaranteed that 3 of them are going to sell. And 2 of them, the people have been paying on for years and years, like $40,000 they paid in storage so far.
Wow.
He's like, I can't wait to see what's in those units, Rob. We're when we cut the locks. So I'm just giving you a heads up. September 7th. Painesville. Chardon this time, though.
7th, that's is that a Sunday?
No, Saturday.
Saturday, okay.
I hope so, man. Did I put in my calendar wrong? Nope, it's Saturday.
Okay.
When you're fun employed, every day is Saturday and every day is Sunday.
So speaking about being fun employed, I have a quote or a motto I always told you guys. And what is that quote or motto about auctions?
Don't spit into the wind.
No, that's just life in general.
Don't
But
pee into the wind.
No. Mary Dale, we appreciate it. Thank you so much, super sticker. And no, Mary Dale would know.
Cow pies aren't truly a dessert.
Now, some people argue with this, my statement. No friends at auction. You ever heard me say that before, Conky?
I've heard it said before. I don't know whether it was you or Jeremy.
I'm the guy that went around always telling people no friends at auction.
Hey, I 100% agree with that. I've been to an auction where there wasn't a friend.
So, I know friends at auction. How did I come up with this saying, or why do I did that? Thank you, Beth.
Now hold a second. Rob says no friends at auction, but if there's a unit and I'm going to keep bidding, he sometimes will go, "You want to partner up?" There are partners. There are strategic alliances. There are alliances at an auction.
Correct. And you know what the funny thing is? I found out the other day when we bought the Harley unit.
Yeah.
You know who's been against us?
No.
Jeff.
Are you serious?
I swear. He was the one, the backup bidder. He was the one that lost the unit to us.
Well, we weren't backing out. That's for sure.
So we teamed up on that unit. So no friends at an auction. Now, I explained this. We'll get to the why I came up with this whole story, but of today's video of no friends at auction. I went to an auction when I first started off. Maybe I want to say, man, I had my auction license then. It might have been like 2013, 14, and awesome unit shows up, 117 storage. The unit was actually not supposed to even go to auction. The lady gave it to the auction manager and said, Rush, you're such a nice guy. You can just have the unit. He didn't know what to do with the unit, so he put it up for auction. It's at $700 some dollars. I saw some cast iron pans, all these boxes, everything else. I'm like, man, I'm willing to go to $1,500. I'm with my younger brother. And the one guy's been on unit. I know the guy. I said, listen, I'll stop bidding on the unit. Just bring me some stuff to take it and put it on consignment. Oh, okay, no problem. He gets the unit for under $800, $750, $770, something like that. The unit comes to find out is loaded with 10-cent comic books. When I say loaded, I mean loaded, okay? $250,000 he sold in comic books. And he didn't even sell them all.
Wow.
He passed away, unfortunately.
Wow.
$250,000 in comic books. He sold, there's a collection of books. Some lady came in and gave him $5,000 or $10,000 for the books. They were probably worth another $250,000. You know what I'm saying? He probably didn't even look up.
Probably undersold them.
Way undersold them. If the guy had those kind of comic books, what kind of books do we have? But the guy had, like, I'll show you this comic book if I have it. Oh, yeah. Man, I forgot I have so many comic books in here. I got to put them somewhere else. Oh, my gosh. But he had Superman number 1, 2, 3, and number 4.
Wow.
Wow.
And Superman number 1. Now, this was in 13, 14. The Marvel movies, DC, all the stuff, the comic book stuff wasn't as much. That collection today, I would value it probably at $600,000 to $800,000. Now, how much stuff do you think he brought me to take on consignment?
None.
Thank you.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Nothing.
And I busted his chops for years. Dennis was his name. God bless his rest of his soul. He ended up passing away from cancer. But you want to talk about a lucky guy. And me and him were always bidding against each other, kind of like Hales and he were bid against each other. And anytime I lost, he would always win. Huge.
Big, yeah.
Huge. I'm not talking about like thousands. Like the one time, the one unit, he got like 10 grand. He made 10,000 off of it, like in like 5 days. He sold this huge piece of equipment. We weren't sure what the heck it was. The one time I quit, he had all this like this guy had like this camera collection, all high end cameras, like $500 to like $1,500 cameras. He had like 10 of them.
Wow.
Just things like that. He would always get super lucky. But so now back to the whole point of why I brought all this up and went la 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 la. I know I'm talking too much tonight. I'm an auctioneer. Sorry, Jeremy. You understand being an auctioneer.
1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5.
Yeah.
I have no idea. All I know is losing hair.
Jeremy, I'll be like this. Yep. The yep man. Yep.
Yep.
I can't wait till Conky has his license.
I thought you were gonna say when he starts losing his hair. That's like you.
I can't wait till I get hair like Conky.
I was gonna say we got a better chance of getting hair like Conky than Conky getting hair like us.
Yeah.
Very true.
Hold on a second. Speaking of which, look at that hair. Conky, lean up a little bit to the camera, man.
What?
Show that hair off.
See the hair? See?
Wow.
No ball spots.
Wow. So, you guys know Just Jack?
Yep.
You met Just Jack, right? Did you meet Just Jack, Conky?
Yeah, he was at the last Painesville auction, correct?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. Him and his dad.
Yeah.
So he's 17 years old now. And wait, I show you a picture of Conky in a minute too. You're gonna blow this. He'll blow you away. This kid is unbelievable. But he's selling stuff on eBay. And I gotta show you this real quick because I get into my whole story, but I'll end up forgetting to show you this Conky. He goes on eBay and buys this car. By the way, I call him Young Conky, right? Because he loves Hot Wheels and stuff. Is this car worth any money, Conky? Hold on, let me full screen.
Yeah, that's a custom fleet side, I think.
It's the light blue, I guess the second rarest color,
Well,
he said.
they call it ice blue, yeah.
Okay. He bought it for $200, sold it for $2,000.
He bought it on eBay?
On eBay, a brand new listing. And then turned around and resold it for 10 times his money.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
You know what you're doing.
That's a Conky move, right?
Yeah, I've done it before.
Is that a Conky move?
I would
That
say
was
so.
delicious.
So this kid's 17 years old. Now, to my story. Let me find this real quick. So, the other night, Jack sends me a text. And let me see here. I'm going to pull up the text for you guys. Just for you guys. The truth.
Conky, how's Noreen not there running her fingers through that lush hair right now?
Dude, if I had your hair, I'd be running my own fingers through it.
Are you two
No, I
fighting, Conky? We ain't seen no sugar. It's been almost 12 minutes and we ain't seen no sugar yet. Are you two fighting?
No, she's not feeling well. Her sinuses are bothering her.
Oh.
Conky. Whoa!
Where'd I go?
Conky, if you need to go chill at Hales headquarters, I got you, man.
I'm good.
So Josh Jack sends me this. He goes, I'm looking at 2 units in Cleveland. One's at 130 and the other's at 60. They both end tomorrow. Not trying to bid against you.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I send Nick's back. Yes, I'm planning on bidding on both. Okay, I won't bid. Good luck. You can always bid. Remember, no friends at auction. Like that. Next day, I stopped at 900 and 500. Didn't win either. I won the one at 900. Didn't win the other one. Let me know when you're going. I definitely want to film it.
Absolutely.
So, Jeff is dying laughing. He goes, oh, the apprentice has surpassed the master. Oh, my gosh. You want to talk about craziness.
I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah. He had a bid against me. And I lost a unit, ladies and gentlemen. So, oh my gosh. And
so you at least get to go look and see what you lost.
I filmed it, and it's an unbelievable unit.
So
I filmed it, unbelievable, Conky.
So the question is, do you wish you would have bid 925 or
910? I lost both units by $10, Conky. I could have won both for 510 and 910. But I did buy 6 other units. And I got some amazing stuff. I bought a $60 unit, Conky. Unbelievable. You would not believe what I got for a $60 unit.
Well,
$70 unit, 2 $70 units. A $510 unit. Awesome stuff. But the problem is a lot of that stuff I might keep. And then a $210 unit I got to clean out tomorrow, which has a jewelry box wrapped up with an inch of dust on top of it.
Wow. The dust is wrapped in with this jewelry box, or the dust is outside the wrapping?
It's on the top. It's all wrapped on the side. There's no dust on the side, but on top it's not wrapped.
Oh,
but you can tell no one's touched it. And there's a big dust ball on top, and no one's moved it. So as long as that's in place when I get there, I'll feel all right. But that's tomorrow, I got to go get that. And then I got so much to show you guys. Oh my gosh. My sister was in town last week, right?
Yeah, we saw her.
You want to see something amazing? Sorry, Conky. You guys ready to see this in the chat? Where do you see this?
Is that you and your sister?
That's me and my twin sister. Ring bearer and flower girl.
Huh.
At a cousin's wedding.
Cute.
All right. That's happy, Rob. You ready to see serious, Rob?
I love the red pants.
You like that? That was our Christmas outfit.
I want to see you in a pair of red pants and a white shirt again.
My sister and I should redo these pictures now. You know how they do those?
Yeah. Yeah.
We should redo it.
Whoa!
Look at that. Is that a handsome kid or what?
I was not ready for that.
That's me and my twin sister.
How was her stay?
Oh, man. She had a good time. The wedding was good. I didn't go to the wedding, but the funny thing is that the picture that you seen the ring bearer and my sister, Jeremy didn't see that one. I'll show this real quick, Jeremy. Hold on, let me.
Whoa.
So the person that we were in that wedding, my sister just went to her fourth wedding. That same person that we were. But that's why she was in town, to go to the same person that got married in that photo, their fourth marriage. So however many years from that photo to now.
So did you go to that wedding too?
No, I did not get to go to that wedding.
You've heard me say it before, man. I mean, at what number do you look at yourself and you go, I think it's me?
Why do you even get married at that point? Makes zero sense.
No sense.
Second sense. Wait, so what's been going on down there in Florida, Mr. Hales?
Oh, my goodness. What a week in OTTER Creek. But there's not only huge things happening in Florida, there's huge things happening in Ohio as well. And we are going to be unleashing the next phase of What the Hales out on all the viewers. Well, we're going to start teasing tomorrow, I think. But
nice.
There's something big a coming. Big!
There's always something big going on, man. It's just so crazy.
Huge!
I mean, I heard about, some big time news coverage going on down there, and
there's some coverage going on. Some big time coverage.
Have they interviewed the mayor?
No, they have not interviewed the mayor yet.
Man.
Not yet.
Man, oh man. Let's see if I can find this. I gotta see if I can find this. I gotta show you this. So what's been going on with you this week, Conks?
Boy, I don't even know where to begin. I'm gonna have to find something else to do with my building.
What?
I'm not allowed to build it.
Huh?
Why?
Well, I guess I should back up a little bit. I've been fighting to get this thing up for, I'd probably say years now. When I started, and on this last go around with the township, or whatever they are, the town or whatever it is. Before I started that, I made sure that the county would let me build the building without a bathroom, because it was going to be a parking structure. I was just going to put cars in there. They redid the Ohio building codes in March, and now that exception is no longer valid. I can't build the building now.
Can't you just put a bathroom in?
Without putting in a bathroom.
Can't you just put a bathroom in?
Bathroom's going to be roughly $60,000 to put in.
Why? Because you got to put a septic or something?
Yes. And I don't have the soil for the septic, so I'd have to have a above ground system,
Yep.
And it's just, I mean, it's going to cost me more than the putting in the building itself to put a toilet in there.
Can I interest you in a blue bucket? I learned this technique down here in Otter Creek. It's a squat and pop. You got this, Conky. Won't even charge you $1, let alone 60,000. I'm telling you, blue bucket.
Does it come with pigs to stare at you while you're using the bucket?
It could. It could.
So
I gotta show you. Go ahead, Conks.
My only option really is I can fix the building that's there, but I can't do more than a certain percentage of renovation to it. Otherwise, that one has to have a bathroom in it.
So you can't use the existing structure.
Well, I can use the existing structure, but the question is, I can't go more than, I think it's 50% renovation on the new structure. So I couldn't just tear it down and rebuild it because then it'd have to adhere to new. So what I'm going to try, I actually have an appointment with a lawyer next week. So I have to figure out how much of the building I can renovate and then how long I have to wait before I renovate the rest of it. So if I do it in 3 phases, I might be able to completely replace the building, but I can't do it all at once to get it in under the requirement to bring it up to current code. So I've been a complete wreck these last couple of days. I found out yesterday, and I'm just I don't even know what to do. So I'm trying to. So if I seem a little distant and far off, I'm kind of feel like I just got beat up with a baseball bat.
That's well, Conky, I'm going to show you this real quick. This might
I really think we can solve this problem with buckets.
I'm with you.
I want to solve it with a bucket.
It works down here, Conky. I'm just saying.
The county that my property is in is probably the strictest county in Ohio.
I would say so.
Building codes.
That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. How about this, Conky?
Right person. Congratulations.
Oh no!
I'm thinking about that thing for too long.
All right, you just never know when you go to a live auction.
So
It's gonna show up at least once.
that is when Conky bought. What's behind you, Conky?
And I'm pretty sure about some other units, but
The General Lee.
Bring it down. You gotta show it off, Conky. He
He finally
got
bought it.
Hales,
Yeah.
take a look.
He finally bought it.
Yep. I finally dropped it.
Oh no! You didn't drop it, did you?
Half off.
I caught it. There it is.
Wow, that's pretty.
That's the big 110 scale. And when I checked it at the this was the only side that was open. I checked it at the store, and it had never been out of the box. All the
Wow.
paperwork's still in there. The battery's still underneath it. The
Never been
remote's
played
in
with.
there.
Brand new.
Never been out of the box.
What do you think it's worth, Conky?
I mean, I paid $250 for it, and you could easily get that now on eBay, but I've seen it go for more.
I'm just saying brand new, man. Oof.
That is so cool. So the fellas know, but all the viewers may not know. I found one in a storage unit down here in Florida, and we put that on display on the stage. And then when we went to go play pinball, Conky picked that on the wall, right? He's like, "Isn't that the one you got?" I'm like, "Yeah, but that's got a box." And we were just encouraging Conky, buy it. And then he walked away. And then he regretted it.
Yeah.
Look at Clear Thrift wants it.
He says, I need that box. I guess Jesse's probably
Yep.
got one.
He's got one. He don't got the box though.
Man, I'm telling you, with that box, that's
And what's
That's-
neat is it still has it probably has a little battery in it. There's this little button here. I think you were supposed to push that, and it would have played the Dixie horn.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Speaking of, I gotta say, Roy, I gotta say this real quick. Avery's, the $500 unit. Did I say talk about that yet? I know I was talking to you.
Just Jack got the $900 unit, and then Roy, Avery's All In, was calling me today. Unfortunately, I was on another phone call. Roy, I was on a phone call with one of my lawyers, and so I couldn't pick up. But and it wasn't a very serious phone call. We were actually laughing, and we're having a meal tomorrow. The cool thing was I was with Mark Feather. Okay, so here. I'll get right back to it. So Omar Gosh last night, he's like, hey man, come down to the Hard Rock in Tampa. Let's go do slots. And he got permission to film. And so George and I were like, do we want to go? Do we not want to go? Then this morning we had lunchtime, but morning we met with Mark Feather. And then tomorrow we meet with Randy. So anyways, I don't even know where I got on that, but I got off track big time.
So you're talking about Roy. He called.
Oh, and Roy was calling me. I was on the phone. I'm sorry, Roy. That's what it was.
Right. And Roy got the $500 unit I was bidding on. And you guys won't believe it. He goes to the storage facility, Conks, and they gave him a second unit. They said, "Oh, we forgot the photo of this unit. It goes with that unit."
For free?
That's right, Avery. He got the $900 unit. I filmed it. Unbelievable.
So he got a BOGO? Is this like the first BOGO in the history of buying storage units? Buy one, get one?
To photo it. And it's just so crazy because the other unit, I mean, trust me, he would have never got it for $500. So he got awesome, lucky, and, that's awesome for them. I'm so happy for him because,
Wow.
like I tell people, some people are like, oh, Rob, some people be mad. Oh, I lost the unit. I should have bought. If I would have known that, I would have gotten both. This is ridiculous. That's not fair. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not like that. Just like I told Just Jack. A lot of people would have said, oh, man, awesome. Don't bid against me. That's awesome. I don't want to be selfish. Hey, if he wants to bid, let him bid. He went up to $900. I went up to $900. That was his max. That was my max. He got there first. And he won. So, on the end, I can't be mad or sad. I'm just glad I got to film it. I'm glad Avery's got the other one. I get to see what's in those. And boom. I'm not going to.
There's plenty of units out there for everyone, and there's a right unit for everyone.
I bought 7 this week.
Yeah. You're doing pretty good this week. You're doing pretty good. But I think the key is vast majority of us were excited when the other has a huge score. Just like everybody was excited that Conky went and got the General Lee. We're excited for one another. We want each other to succeed, and that's the important part.
Yeah, and I mean, Jack did. This kid's a beast, man. Being 17 years old and doing what he's doing now at 17 and going to school, but he worked all summer long. He took his money. He bought that Hot Wheel, doubled it up, and he bought 2 or 3 units with the money he got from that Hot Wheel.
That is the way to do it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Better than the stock market.
It is. And you tell people that, like, if you were to tell a financial advisor or a financial investor, if you were to say, hey, listen, I'll beat the stock market, I guarantee you'll beat the stock market every single time, which if you get 10% returns in the stock market, that's called phenomenal. And with storage units, we don't get just over 10%. It's thousands of percent sometimes. It's wild.
And what's even more funny is if Jack would have gone to school that day and said, you know what I'm going to do, Teach? Instead of doing my homework, I'm going to go on eBay and I'm going to buy a Hot Wheels car for $200. And I'm going to turn around the next day and sell it for $2,000. If he'd have said that, now he can say that now because he's done it. But if he goes to school and says that as if he hasn't done it yet, they'll treat him like, oh, there's no way, kid, you can't do that. That doesn't happen. If it sounds too good to be true, it is. All the bullshit that they want to say to keep somebody from doing something that helps himself.
Right. Yeah. And why he was able to do that, because he's like Conky. He's educated on the topic, and he knows Hot Wheels, and he studies Hot Wheels. He reads about Hot Wheels, and he's only 17 years old. but he loves Hot Wheels. And so by getting that knowledge and education, and I tell people all the time, if you focus on one area, you can make tons of money. If you become a master of that area, if you know tons about artwork, you can make millions of dollars. If you know tons about certain toys or anything, you know, and you become a master in that, just like Hot Wheels, you can turn around and make money all the time because you know, like Conky knows Hot Wheels. He can go out there, go to a garage sale, flea markets, and find Hot Wheels and buy the ones and turn around and make money off of them.
And I do too.
And he does. That's true. And this kid's only, 17. It's like, whew. Between him and thank you, Joan, super sticker. But between him and Shane, man, I mean, our future is not as dull or as dim as people might think. The youth of America are coming through, ladies and gentlemen. At least a couple of them.
They will be third sense.
Third sense, that's right.
Each generation, you should change the name to the. So your second sense, the next generation will be third sense. The next,
I like it.
That's part of the clause. They have to do that with the.
Get up to 12
right
cents,
man. Handing it over.
And you can't sell until you get to 12 cents. Speaking of online auctions, you know what this weekend is?
Probably a huge toy auction for you.
Hot Wheels.
Right.
1,000 lots of Hot Wheels. 1,000 lots. That's right. You heard that right. 1,000 lots. Most of the lots have 12 Hot Wheels. So I
hope you're ready.
There's over 11,000 Hot Wheels in this auction. There are treasure hunts. They're all brand new on the card. There was some special edition Halloween one I saw today that someone was bidding on. I was like, man, there's some rare ones in there. So take a look. If you guys are into Hot Wheels, and they're easy to ship. And like I said, I think there's over 11,000 Hot Wheels, between 11 and 12,000. I know it's not 12,000 because we have 1,000 lots. Almost every lot's 12, but there's some that are single, a few single ones. He had some big figures or big cars or something I think they put by themselves. So take a look at that auction. It's the Mega Hot Wheel auction this weekend, Saturday.
Conky, I know Conky's going to be glued to the screen all day Saturday.
You know, you're getting pretty good bids on some of these. When you stop to consider there's 1,000 lots.
See, he's been watching it the entire time during this. That's Conky. He's watching it.
Jesse goes, "Don't do it, Conky."
I mean, there's so many lots of 12, and they're at $2, $1, $3. So I mean, I don't know if you buy 12 Hot Wheels, even for like $4 for 12, that's a pretty good deal, I think.
That's a great deal.
Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you, Black Widow.
On the card, that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, and some are from the earliest, I think we got is like late 80s all the way up to 2000s.
Yeah.
I like that, Michelle. Show your son. Let him run you broke. Man, there's so many cool things. Storage units are so crazy, man. Like, just Jeff was blown away today. And yesterday. I bought one storage unit just to upgrade my porch. My patio.
Wicker furniture.
No, there's some furniture and stuff, but man, there's 3 things brand new in the box there. Where do you guys see the video? I mean, so much money. Just brand new stuff in the box. I mean, pay for a unit, but I got to keep a couple things and then sell some stuff. So, and all the furniture, there's some furniture in there, like not outdoor furniture, but indoor furniture. That was so much nice stuff. It was unbelievable. I was like, he's like, you should take this home for your wife. I'm like, nah, she ain't going to want it.
She's going to tell me to get rid of it.
I got this bee going around today. There's a bee up here.
Is he still flying around?
I think so. I thought I killed it, but.
They go in your glasses?
I thought I just felt it on me, but it might have just been a piece of fuzz. I would have to rewatch the video at 34-minute mark.
And see if
it might have went right in your glasses.
Miss Frog said just Jeff looks sharp in his new outfit. So I buy the storage unit, and Mr. Hales, he bought 2 of this gentleman's storage units, and there was 3 at the one location, and ended up being 2 at this location. And some people are like, man, that looks just like the unit Jeremy bought. That looks just like the unit Jeremy bought. I'm like, because it's the same person. That's why.
The same. Yep.
The guy had 5 storage units. I put out the video yesterday. Easily spent over $100,000 storing these items, Conky. 13 years in storage. That unit I bought, Conky, manager told me, It's been there. They don't even know how long it's been there because it's been there since before they put the computer system in. They put the computer system in 13 years ago, so that's why they know he's been there 13 years.
Wow.
And everyone's like, "Oh, he bought that stuff to resell. He has a store." No.
No, that was all personal purchases.
I mean, Jeremy, how many garbage cans did you get?
There was well over 50 garbage cans. Well over 50.
And he bought them brand new just to put books in.
Just to put books in them. And keep in mind, he was a millionaire. We had his financial statements. He had the money to purchase them and pay for all the storage.
Because people are like, "Oh, he was a teacher. He was this and that." I don't know what he did.
No.
Do you have any idea what he did?
He bought books.
He bought books and garbage cans and totes.
That's what he did.
Did you get school supplies or office supplies?
Yeah.
So I got a bunch of that. I took all that. I donated it to the school. And they were so happy. I said, "Listen, I know the teachers want a lot of this stuff. Can you please, though, make sure the students that need it get it first? Because there's a lot of kids out there that need supplies." And, they said definitely. And there's all kind of mechanical pencils and protractors and staplers and rulers and, calculators, on and on, all brand new. Now,
my opinion, if you're a self-made millionaire,
yes.
How do you go from the mentality that brings you to that status to buying garbage cans full of books and just putting them in a storage unit?
I don't know. But I got to answer this real quick because this person and GA Bunny, listen, my father-in-law's financial advisor. He had more teachers that were millionaires than doctors, lawyers, and Jeremy's talked about this before, but he had more teachers that were millionaires, and some of them only made $30,000 a year, and they were millionaires because they invested correctly. So just because you're a teacher, some teachers get paid. The teachers in the school district I live in, they're making an average, I think, $70,000 or $80,000 a year, which is great. Because there's basketball players making $4 million and a teacher's not, I'm saying they should be getting paid more because especially dealing with the kids today.
Especially dealing with the basketball kids today. My wife's aunt taught LeBron James and said she had to put him in his place a couple times to, calm him down.
Well, and here's the thing I've constantly said. Especially in America, we do not have an income problem. You got all these employees crying, "I don't make enough money." We don't, and you don't have an income problem. You have a spending problem. And so when a teacher can invest wisely, a teacher didn't see that as a spending or as an income problem. They invested wisely. If you manage your expenses, really income doesn't affect you all that much. And anybody can become a millionaire. It is not that difficult.
Now, the school I donated this stuff to, Michelle, the teachers make half of that of the school district that I live in, just to let you know. So where I donated this stuff, the teachers, they don't even make, they make, I think, 30, 40,000 if they're lucky. So, but these guys, they're more, they more about the education part than the money part. And that's why they work at this school that they work at. I'm not going to mention it, but they are very excited about the items. Yeah, LeBron. Yeah, teachers. And well, here's an example like Jeremy was talking about. I have a Shane. You guys both know Shane that works for me.
He's a hard worker.
21-year-old kid. Been working with me for a long time. His parents never had anything, and he's got a brand new car. He bought a house. Parents never owned a house in their life. Never had a decent car in his life. He got them both. He wanted, but he was motivated, focused, and he works for me. And I don't pay the top dollar of anybody out there, but he knows how to save money. He invests his money. He has probably got more money investments than me now. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt he has more money than me in investments. That's how, I'm saying him, I have a larger portfolio than him. I have a lot of other diversified stuff than just money in the stock market, but he's all about stock market. So I like real estate. Jeremy likes real estate. Conky likes real estate, except when they don't let you put a bathroom in it. Or so you have to have a bathroom.
Yeah. Well, what they said to me, I hate to dredge up the old topic, but what they said to me was, you know, the building is going to outlast me, and they're afraid that somebody will buy the property and want to live there and, you know, crap in a blue bucket. So,
Did you tell him, you think this is OTTER Creek?
there is a little creek that runs like behind the property, and I don't know if I've seen any otters back there.
Oh my goodness, Conky.
Yeah, they're just being dicks about it. Sorry.
The key is if you're doing investments, like Leslie said, you can put a little bit of money aside, but the key is time. Because the time value of interest, if you do the math on different interest rates and you put so much money in over 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, it's amazing. Between that 30 and 40 year mark, it makes a crazy difference. I mean, 100-some thousand will turn in like, I mean, just look at the numbers. So it's crazy. But same token, real estate. The thing about real estate, which we all like, is that real estate will produce revenue, income. It's like a dividend, a monthly dividend, where stocks and stuff might do a quarterly dividend. This is giving you a monthly dividend. You could say that, and hence, right?
And your investment in real estate yields you a tremendous amount of tax exemption, deductions that the government gives you for real estate because they want you to invest in real estate. And so you can't get that with other investments.
Right. They want you to invest in real estate, and they want you to be an entrepreneur. All the tax laws are written for entrepreneurs and owning real estate. It's just true. Because the people that write the laws have real estate and money and their own businesses. So,
Yep.
man, I feel bad for you, Conky. But, man, just keep fighting it, man.
Conky, there's gotta be a way to do it without spending 60.
Can you run for like the board or something?
Well, it's not even. It's a Ohio building code thing. So if I wanted to put a building on a property without a bathroom, I have to have at least 10 acres so that I can call it a agricultural building.
Hmm.
If you have 10 acres, you can put a building up, and you don't even have to get a building permit. You just put it up, and if they come say something to you, you tell them to get the hell off your land. It's agricultural. And the minute you say the word agricultural, they're gone.
Really?
Yeah, it's like holding garlic up to a vampire or whatever, you know.
So you just go, if you have 10 acres, you can build whatever you want?
10 acres. But, I mean, it has to be agriculture. You can build it, and then from there, if you don't use it agricultural, if you use it as like a gun store or something, then they can come in and say, well, you know, you're misusing your building and give you all kinds of hell there. But, you know, if you've got enough acreage and you build it back in the trees, you call it agricultural, they just leave you alone.
Interesting.
But you need 10 acres. Or under certain conditions in certain areas, I think it can be less. But from 10 acres up, it's non-conditional whatsoever. You
start a farm there, Conky.
Yep, that's it, start a farm. So if I'd have known what was going to happen, that land around me was for sale. It was like I think it was like 17 acres altogether. I could have bought that. I had it under contract. I'd already paid, I think $2,000 or $3,000 of this woman for the option to buy it, which would have applied toward the purchase price. I could have bought it and just built whatever I wanted back there. I wouldn't have had to spend the money on the building that I was spending to get the nice building. I could have stacked 40-foot shipping containers up and stuck a roof over them and called it a building and been done.
Nice.
But I was so convinced that the building code said one thing, even though it probably did, and then it changed. And that brings me back to what I was saying earlier, and it still makes me sick to think about it.
So how many acres you have there?
Not even, it's like either a third or two. It's a very small piece of property that I was left with. I only had 5 to begin with the schoolhouse, and the majority of it sold with the schoolhouse. you know, and I can go back and lament the whole falling through when the Dollar General deal fell through. You know, I mean, I've been fighting this for, I don't know, when did I say that? When did that start? That was like 2021, wasn't it?
It's been a long time because you had the Dollar General multiple times.
When was the first Camp Hales? Was that 21?
Probably, but I got an idea for you, man.
What?
I'm saying maybe some kind of sanctuary, you know, a rescue. Maybe you could get into some kind of reptile. Maybe
I don't know how turtles would do up here.
turtles, maybe tortoises.
Ooh,
You want to do
turtle
a rescue?
sanctuary.
You could have everybody bring a camper onto that piece of property and then claim that it's going to be you living in glory in it someday. I mean, Conky, you gotta get creative. Okay, you gotta get creative.
Can I buy one of those metal sheds from Home Depot and call it a beautiful home?
Yes.
You can call it a beautiful home, a beautiful property, a beautiful toilet. Be so proud of yourself. You can call it anything you want,
Egg
Conky,
rescue.
as long as you have Camp Conky right then and there.
Jeremy, you know, the problem is I don't have you living across the street. So why would I do that?
Yeah, good point. Good
Oh,
point.
now you just remind me about neighbors.
Uh-oh, what'd your neighbor do?
No, not me. Jeff's neighbor.
Oh, no, what'd Jeff's neighbor do?
Here, Jeff's neighbor put up a sign, and I'll show you the sign.
Friendly FYI, illegal to park on sidewalk.
Okay, now I'll show you the picture of Jeff's vehicle, and it's not on the, it's blocking the sidewalk. It's not on the sidewalk. Okay, but so instead of his neighbor coming to him, this is he puts the sign up on both sides to let Jeff know.
Why wouldn't his neighbor just come over and say, hey, man?
That's a good question because people are crazy, Jeremy. I think you figured this out by now.
I guess my next thing is, why would he even care?
Once again, neighbors are crazy, Jeremy. I thought you would figure this out by now. If anyone
Oh, boy, have I ever figured it out.
If anyone should understand this. In the meantime,
We have the most amazing neighbors at Hales headquarters. We have the world's worst neighbors down here in Florida.
And I think Jeff said something like in his neighborhood or something, it's like illegal to put signs up or something too. So
He should put a sandwich board sign on the sidewalk. It's illegal to put signs up. Just a friendly reminder.
Right, further FYI, just FYI.
Or
So-
put the sign on his van as it's parked across the sidewalk. So
There you go.
signs up.
He can spray paint it on his van.
There you
Just
go.
a friendly reminder. It's illegal to hang signs up in this neighborhood.
Yeah, that's what I thought. The guy writes like a 2-year-old. He has like all this free time, but he can't take the nice time. He should have got some stencils at least, you know.
Has
Painted
Jeff
that.
ever met him before?
Oh yeah, Jeff's known the guy for they've lived next to each other for 30 years, I think, or something.
Jeez.
Okay, that's weird now.
Well, yeah, the guy's just been like getting crazier, and then like he called like on Jeff was building the shed. He called on Jeff building the shed. There's some tree that was overhanging something branch. He called about the tree branch thing, and just like the guy has the same thing. He has this tree branch going over, and a couple other things. Like Jeff's like, I'm not gonna call. I'm like, I understand you don't want to, call on your neighbors. I said you should just be messing with them though. Like I would call the cops tonight and say, listen, I gotta leave my car on the street tonight, and then you'd be calling the cops. The car's left on the street, and they're like, yeah, we know. Just do stupid things and mess with them, But I thought you'd get a kick out of that. Not only you have problems with neighbors, Jeremy.
No, and unfortunately, other people have had problems with these neighbors as well.
Yes, I heard he got out of prison, huh? Or jail.
Yep, Sunday night was released.
Yeah.
So he still has to go for the trial itself, right?
Absolutely. Yep.
And does that offense have a minimum sentence?
I'm sure it does. I don't know what it is off the top of my head.
Well, I mean, if If it's like 6 months, well, they'll probably give him credit for time served regardless. But if it's 6 months, at least he has to go back in and serve the rest of the time.
Yeah, I don't know, but
Should be 6 years, man.
I think it was a minimum of 2 years. I think George and I were having that conversation. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that because I'm just not positive right now.
Yeah, it's got to be it can't be a porta potty. It has to be a permanent fixture inside the building.
But he did attend Ohio court from jail, and the funniest thing was he was on camera. He literally asked the deputy, "Can we point the camera up so they can't see what I'm wearing?" And the deputy's like, "They know you're in jail. You're not hiding that you're in jail." And George, we just got all brand new. So the 70 phone calls to the sheriff's station that we've released so far was up to a certain point. We just received 3 months more of the insanity. And Lynette says to one of the deputies, she goes, "You know what John's biggest problem is? He's an idiot."
That's
really? Big shock there.
So those phone calls are public record you can get, or
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Wait. Well, hold a second. Are you talking about the jail phone calls?
The jail phone calls.
Okay, so we attempted to get the jail phone calls, which used to be attainable, and boy, that would I mean, if you could only imagine. But Florida passed a recent law that said you can't get those without a judge's order, and so we couldn't get those as public information. They used to, but we did attempt them. We were, this is the new law. You can't get it, but a judge can get it. Every single one of those calls were recorded. But what I'm talking about is all the time she actually called the cops. And the one that I'm referring to, the cop is recording the conversation with sound and audio, and John's already in jail. And she goes, "You know what John's biggest problem is? He's an idiot." and why he's in jail?
Yeah, I would say he's an idiot.
So crazy, man.
I think they want you to have plumbing.
Yeah, it's got to be. It has to be to the same standard that you would have in your home. And you can't build a house in Ohio and put in a composting toilet. You have to have it, septic or sewer. So,
I guess unless you have some agricultural, right, Conks?
Unless it's agricultural, then you don't have to put in a bathroom at all.
You just use a bucket.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to be running out there to go to the bathroom. You know what I mean? It's going to be for certain things, and if I go to the bathroom, I'll just come home or something. I don't know.
Right. You didn't need the bathroom. You wanted it for storage.
Right.
And how big is the current building?
It's 30 by 40, so the new one would have been about 25% bigger, but
and we thought about all the ways that we can legally get around this. In other words, creative think tank. Have you and Noreen, thought about everything?
Well, that's kind of what the meeting with the lawyer next week is about. Not so much get around it, but sort of plow through it. I'm hoping the fact that I started this process before they changed the code grandfathers me in, or maybe I can just sue him into saying, look, you get a court to say, look, you got to let him if he's just got to build a garage and put cars in it, there's not going to be a house there. You can't stop him from building a garage without a toilet because you're afraid 40 years from now that somebody's going to want to use it for a house. So one of those two things I hope I can make happen. But
yeah, I think that's possible.
I spent the day looking for tracts of land that are 10 plus acres that are within, a 45-minute drive of me. And they're out there. I mean, they're $125,000, I also looked for other compatible buildings, and I found a few, but they're all in, the ones that are actually worth something and undervalued, they all get under contract like immediately. You'll see that, like I called the realtor today, and there was one that went up for sale like June 27th, and he says it's been on contract since like June 28th. So you got to find them right out of the gate and jump on them if you want them. So
yeah, property is crazy right now.
So it's kind of like it's a two-tier problem. One is I really want a building, and I suppose if I have to, I can fix up the building there. But the other part of the equation is I have a certain amount of money to invest, and if I don't invest it in something, it's just sitting there, and it's not growing. If I can build a building, I consider the money growing because of the appreciation of the building and any income it might produce and things like that. So I've got to figure out, if I'm not going to buy a building or build a building, I got to figure out where I'm going to put this money that it can grow in such a way that, it can, I guess, beat inflation or is about all I can really hope for right now. But
can I interest you in a rescue for reptiles? Maybe investing in turtles.
That is a good idea.
Jeremy, I bet you wish you'd have invested in that.
It's property. All the rage, Conky. I'm just saying it's all the rage.
I'm thinking of like you can make a new meme, whatever, Dogecoin. You could have turtle coin.
Turtle dropping.
The turtle dropping. Turtles stink though, man.
Well, they smell better than some neighbors.
I can believe that. Probably better than your neighbors and Jeff's neighbors. Oh, man. Do you know, FYI, do you know it's illegal to park on the sidewalk? Or I don't know.
FYI, it's illegal to crap in a bucket.
Jeff should have put up some other kind of sign. Thanks for letting me know. No, I didn't know, and I don't care. He should have kept a conversation going back and forth on signs.
P.S. By the way, can you trim your tree in the backyard?
P.S. Write me back.
Just like giant boards of going back and forth. Oh, that's hilarious.
Jeff should do a sign. Check yes if. Check one of the boxes. Yes or no if.
Oh man,
you like it when I park on the sidewalk.
You can have like a TikTok. Like, this is how people 60 years old text each other. He's like writing back and forth with each other. That's just silly, man. Yeah. Remember, if you like Hot Wheels, this Saturday, Hot Wheel auction. Wow, 11,000 Hot Wheels or so. Conky's going to buy half of them.
I see him on my other screen here. I'm it's tempting to go through here and start placing bids. I'll put it that way.
You could put a few in, Conks.
I could, couldn't I?
You could. And we got a new name for your channel.
Conky's Turtle Adventures.
Conky's Turtle Adventures.
I don't think the turtles would like it this far north.
Turtle. Conky, if they're with you, they'd be happy.
I could at least treat them as pets and take better care of them than some other people that we've seen.
Can't you just put an RV on your property, Conky?
Well, it'd still have to have a toilet hooked up to a permanent thing. Well, I mean, here's the funny part. Some communities have rules that say, in order to build something on your property, you have to get a permit if you're putting a building up. Well, a building is defined by some in this area as something with a foundation, 4 walls and a roof. Where where the property I want to put the shed is, their threshold for a permit is anything that you place on your land, you have to have a permit for.
Huh.
So if you wanted to put a little shed, you'd have to get a permit for a little shed. For where I live, you don't need a permit for a shed. You just put the shed there because it's not considered a building.
Jeremy, do you need a permit for a driveway?
I need a permit for this.
There he goes.
How'd you like that?
Yeah, 1001, you gave him his out.
I was like, do you need a permit for your driveway? Oh my gosh. So I feel for your Conky, but hopefully you can get around it. Hopefully, like you said, you started it before time. And Mayor Dan.
Your dogs would vouch for you.
It's true. We're gonna have to get Mayor Dan on the show. Maybe next week, Mayor Dan.
Mayor Dan's got a new thing, a new picture.
I seen that. The Halloween picture, it looks like. 'Tis the season. We'll have to go check out his haunted house.
Yep. I forget which one he says he works at. I think it's the one of the schoolhouses.
Tell Jeff to get a dry erase board. I got one on my shop. That's funny. That is a great idea. Yeah, let's just write giant signs. The best is that he put it on both sides of the tree, not just the facing Jeff's side. He made 2 signs.
Well,
all the neighbors coming this way could see it.
Yeah. And then the other side so that Dan could see it.
Right. He didn't want to
Jeff
just say, "Oh, here, Jeff, here you go." No, he wanted to make sure everyone just basically trying to put the scarlet letter on him, shaming him in the neighborhood. You know.
Okay, so Mayor Dan says he works at the Akron Haunted Schoolhouse, which is, I believe, on Triplet Boulevard near Kelly Avenue.
And world famous Akron Haunted Schoolhouse, and he forgot. I'm surprised. And laboratory. And yeah, it's an Akron Haunted Schoolhouse and Laboratory. I've been going there since I was a little kid. And
I haven't been there for years.
I think we went 2 years ago. And now they have like a fast pass and like a regular. And last time we got the fast pass, and it was kind of cool because there's like this line. It was like an hour-long line to get into the haunted house. And we just walked past everybody.
It's funny.
So, yep, 50-plus years. And it's really cool. That obviously there's an old schoolhouse that can turn into a haunted house. And then they have this other building called Laboratory. And they have this huge, like, Tesla coil on it. It was cool. That's cool.
And they don't use that building for anything but a haunted schoolhouse.
No.
I think the rest of the year it just sits there.
It just sits there. It is always set up as a haunted.
So that means that property makes enough money during the schoolhouse season.
Conky, in that 1 month, I don't even want to know how much money they make. But now they totally changed the Conky. They got outdoor bar. They got seating areas. They got lights. I mean, it's a whole attraction. The best thing is, where's my haunted? I got to find my T-shirt. Now you got me looking. I got a haunted schoolhouse T-shirt, and they sell like the T-shirts from the year before for like $10, $5 or something, you know. And that year's T-shirts are like $30. So I just buy the years before T-shirts.
Yeah, just wait another year.
Exactly. So look at even Mayor Dan said smart move with the fast pass. He knows what I'm talking about.
Yep.
But it is a cool haunted house. My only complaint, Mayor Dan, but this was a couple years ago, there wasn't enough people working. But with COVID and everything, it was just getting over that whole point. So hopefully. But a haunted house, I mean, if you don't have actors, I mean, they have stuff set up there where it automatically triggers it. They have rooms that they don't even have actors in, but there's things that will scare you without actually have real life actors. But they have some cool.
The schoolhouse has an axe throwing in the off season.
Oh, nice.
And depending on whether or not the axe missed or hit, that could be attractions for the Halloween season.
Very true.
Depending on who you were throwing the axe at.
Yeah, so Hot Wheels auction Saturday, and then no auction next weekend because of the holiday. And then the following week, man, musical instruments, antiques, collectibles, so much cool stuff. I mean, there's so many awesome items in the following auction. Unbelievable. You should go get a job there, Conks.
I was thinking the same thing about you.
Well, you live closer, but I thought about it. I actually have experience working in a haunted house, so I might have to talk
experience
to you.
I mean, you just like yell at people and scare people, right? You
Conky,
have to. I wonder if you have to provide your own costumes or if.
No, they do all the costume. They'll do your makeup at the place. You go there and you get in costume, in uniform, whatever, however you want to put it. I would go in. It depends. I did a few different jobs there. The one time, there are jobs at a haunted house. There are scene jobs where you have to be in a scene. Okay, so they have different areas. Obviously, you go through and scene. And my scene was if you ever remember the movie Shocker, Conky.
I don't watch too many horror films.
Okay, so long story short, the premise of the movie: the guy gets electrocuted, and then he goes through like the power system and can kill people and stuff. Okay. Long story short, I'm in an orange jumpsuit, face all painted up like I'm in an electric chair, and you had to walk down this thin hallway, and inside there was a cut out space where my electric chair was, but it was all black. Underneath the electric chair was a strobe light. So it was basically me sitting in the chair, and people would be walking by like, man, I don't know, is there something there? Something there? And I just hit that strobe light, like, ah! Man, people running, falling to the ground, jumping. Oh, everybody's different, Conky. But I would scare so many people there because it was pitch black, and they're just like walking, and it's just like a hallway, and then there's little cutout spots. So you wouldn't even be expecting something to be there. And then you're like looking like, man, I think I see something. And I'm just sitting there, and all of a sudden, just this orange jumpsuit and an electric chair just flashing underneath me, and I'm like, ah!
So did you have control of the strobe light?
Yes.
Okay. You'd wait until a good crowd came, and then you'd.
Yeah, I would wait. I wanted them to be sitting there like, I loved hearing them talk, and like, oh, my man, I think something's there, and just like give them that, like, okay, and then like nothing happens, and then also, when they're least expecting it, bam, hit that button. It's all about anticipation. You got to wait. You can't just, people are like, just like anything, and there's people that are going to be better at stuff than other people, and I'm really good at scaring people. Then my other job, Conky, was called a roamer, and I got to go anywhere I wanted in the haunted house. And I think I just had a chainsaw, and I would just sit there and the entrance of the haunted house, Conky, it was this huge graveyard, and they had the fog machine, and it's like you're not supposed to push the fog machine. You're supposed to wait like every 2 minutes or 4 or 5 minutes or whatever. Use it. I just kept pushing the button. I filled the whole room up with fog to the point you could only see about this far in front of you. So you're walking through the cemetery. There's strobe lights and stuff. Thick as fog that you ever seen in a haunted house because it's probably illegal. They probably wouldn't even let you do it nowadays. People are walking through, Conky. I would just stand there. And you walk up, it's just like this close to my face. All of a sudden, ah! And then, oh, man. So much fun. Oh. Let the good times roll. So, yeah, Mayor Dan, I think we should go down there.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, Mayor Dan, definitely.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about having a Halloween party, too, in my building. I bought that storage unit at 10 by 15 last year, 2 years ago. All Halloween decorations. So, I thought about setting up the haunted auction hall for a Halloween party.
And actually have an auction.
What would you and Noreen go as?
I would go as a slightly overweight, older Hot Wheels buyer.
Well, everyone in the chat, if you were invited to my Halloween party, what would you come as? So Jeff asked me this day, he's like, what are you going to be for Halloween? I'm like, well, for the party? He's like, well, if you don't have a party, what are you going to be for Halloween? I'm like, man, that's a good question. So what would I be, Conky? I don't know. No one in the chat put anything yet. What would you guys be? Halloween party. You're invited. Second Sense Auction Hall.
Can I go as you?
I thought about I thought about a few. I thought about going as you. I thought about going as Hales. I just get his sweatshirt and then dye my hair brown. Boom.
G.A. Bunny says a pregnant nun.
A pregnant nun.
One thing now, I will tell you this. My buddy Kevin and I always joked around about we were going to, on Good Friday, dress up as priests and go to a steakhouse and get a steak dinner.
Don't tell anybody. Oh man. Well, I forgot. I think it was from the Addams Family movie, and they're like, "Well, you didn't dress up for Halloween." I'm a serial killer. They look just like everybody else. So I thought that would be good. I always wanted to do the Addams Family. So my wife could be Morticia, and she put a costume on. She won't be invisible, so that'd be nice.
Yeah, you'd be able to.
My kids could be Pugsley and Wednesday. I need you to be Uncle Fester.
No, I can be Lurch.
You rang. There you go, Lurch. And
a little bit more gray in the hair. And how tall was Lurch? He was like 6'7" or something, wasn't he?
He was huge. I love the Addams Family, man. Oh man. Speaking of which, Conky, I got. Let me go. I got to bring this over real quick if I can find it. Hold on. Talk about something, Conky.
All right, my favorite Halloween outfit. I don't know if I should bring this up or not. I went as this was a Halloween party, the last Halloween party I went to, actually. I went with Noreen and her cousin, and this may have been before we were married or shortly after. I went as a flasher.
A flasher?
Yeah, I had a. Oh boy. This is a family show, so I should probably not.
You can say a little bit of it, or at least clean it up a little bit.
The costume involved.
Oh man.
I had a trench coat.
Were you a flasher, Conky?
Yeah, I had a trench coat. I had. You ever go to the craft store and get those big styrofoam balls?
Whoa, Conky.
A couple of those and some black fur and a pair of pantyhose and a lot of cotton stuffing.
Wow.
And I remember Noreen and her cousin went into the Dairy Mart and came out, and there were a couple ladies in a car sitting next to me, and they kept staring over into my car. And there was a couple guys in the store they were waiting for. So Noreen and her cousin come out, they get in the car. I go to back out of the parking spot, and I stopped, went back into the parking spot, through the car park, got out, did one of these numbers with the raincoat, the trench coat. This thing comes down, hits their car. I thought both of them were going to piss themselves. In fact, they probably did pee themselves laughing. They were laughing so hard, they were rolling around in the seat. Okay? I jump back in the car and take off.
I think we got
As
you.
I'm leaving, I see these two guys walking out of the store going to get in the car, and they're like, the looks on their faces like, what the hell are these girls laughing at?
They went, you won't believe what I just saw.
Oh, it was funny. I had so much fun that night. Was that an Addams Family coloring book?
Oh, it's the Addams Family book. Now, I don't know, a lot of people know where Addams Family actually originated, but it was a cartoon strip by Addams. And these are actually the cartoon strips that were inside the newspapers. And I believe, let's see. I mean, it was a long time ago, I'm trying to think when he first started the comic strip, man. Let's see if I can find it in here. 1940. The New Yorker magazine. Like, here's a classic Conky. Getting some lease ready to burn. How about this Uncle Fester?
Oh, neat.
See, everyone's crying.
Yeah, he's got that big smile on his face.
Oh, man. This classic, this Charles Adams. Here you go, Conky. I guess he made a snow woman. Oh, man. So, yes. Yeah, the show was 50s and 60s, the television show. The cartoon strip started in 1940s. And he would do all kind of cartoons. So, but they weren't all Addams Family stuff, but then there was the Addams Family ones. Like, there's your Lurch right there.
Huh.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Squeaky door. So, very cool. Charles Adams, or Chase Adams, I guess. But unbelievable. So, real quick recap. Yesterday, guy spent over $100,000 on 5 storage units. Spent over hundreds of thousands of dollars to fill these storage units, lockers, and he wasn't reselling the stuff. He wasn't a teacher that I know of. He could have been. Jeremy Salbank County was a multimillionaire, and he stored stuff in storage units for years and years and years. And some reason, maybe he thought books were going to be super valuable. I'm not sure. One day they probably will be, but some books only have value now. So, yeah. And then I bought so many units. Tomorrow's unit video, $60 storage unit, ladies and gentlemen. You won't believe what I get for $60. And there's so many good units, so many good videos. I'm just thinking in my head, I'm like, I don't even know which one's going to come out which. And I'm just trying to think. I got the video, Yesterday I filmed 3 units. Today I filmed 2 units. And then tomorrow I got to film a unit. No, yesterday I did 4 units because I did just Jack's unit too. 4 videos yesterday, Conky. So check out the Hot Wheels auction. And Saturday, 1 o'clock Hot Wheels auction. Then Saturday, 8 o'clock at night, Conky's Flippin' Adventures. Don't forget about Conky's Flippin' Adventures. Right there, live. And Noreen, hopefully she's feeling better. We have to say a little prayer for Noreen. And the other thing is Boss Babes will be the first Wednesday every month at 7.
Yeah, so I don't know. I guess that will be
coming up soon.
Not next week, but
not next week, but the following week.
Yeah.
But we might as well give it a heads up.
Might as well.
So make sure you check out the Boss Babes. And we do appreciate you guys all watching our YouTube channels. And so many awesome videos coming out. So many unbelievable units, ladies and gentlemen. And I always like it when I buy a bunch of units and I get a bunch of good stuff. I just hope tomorrow's unit. Woo! I just hope tomorrow's unit is awesome. We'll find out. We'll find out. Anything else you want to say tonight, Conky?
I want to say if anybody out there in Northeast Ohio has a 10 or bigger acre piece of land they want to sell for cheap, let me know.
Nice. You know anyone that does a little body work? I don't need much, just some like rust spots fixed. Conks, no?
You find me a piece of 10-acre property and I'll fix your rust spots for you.
Okay. Deal. Is Ashtabula too far?
Do you have property in Ashtabula?
I got 40 some acres.
Huh. Let's talk.
So there you go. Yeah, please help out the channel. Hit the thumbs up, everyone. Thank you, Black Widow. Thank you, Bonnie. We appreciate all the mods out there. And then, guys, like I said, auction check it out. If you didn't see yesterday's video, check it out. If you haven't checked out Conky on Saturday nights, check them out. Sunday Fun Day with the Hales, check it out. And I mean, there's just so much going on, so many crazy units, and I'm just sitting there, my head's spinning. I'm like, got to work on the video. So I want to say good night to y'all. We appreciate you guys checking us out. We'll say a quick prayer. Conky, you want to pray?
I'll let you do it.
All right, Lord, once again, thank you for bringing us together in your name. We appreciate all the stuff that you've bestowed upon us, everything you've given us in this life. We appreciate you. And please, anyone out there that has any issues, problems, anybody that might be suffering, Noreen, for example, is a little bit under weather, please, Lord, go out and touch them, make them feel better, help them any way possible. Anybody that's watching this evening, they might have any problems, afflictions, anything at all that they might be going through, or maybe someone they know, a friend, a loved one, a family member, a pet, anything. Just help them out the best way you see fit, Lord. We appreciate all you do for us. Amen.
Amen.
And there's so much going on. We do appreciate you guys. And there's some big stuff coming out I weren't able to talk about. Monday, I think I'm supposed to go to court for the subpoena. I got a subpoena for Conky. So I got so much going on.
That should be interesting.
It should be interesting. So I got to call actually tomorrow, make sure everything's. I want to show up Monday, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, we don't need you." So thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Anything else you want to say, Conky?
Just good night to everybody, and I'll see you on our live Saturday night.
He said Saturday night. And he said, "Good night."